Hey everyone, welcome back to another edition of our 7 Habits of Highly Effective People with me, Jason Duncan, and Results Through Integrity. Thank you for following me, and if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would be honored if you'd go do that. I've had over 500 new subscribers in the last month or so, and I want to thank you for doing that. Today we're talking about week number 22 in our card deck on the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People that comes from the Stephen Covey organization on the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And there are these card decks that go through a different card of every week of the year on some of the habits, well actually all 7 of the habits, and they've just given a little tip per habit throughout each week. So the habit that we're talking about now is putting first things first. It's habit number 3, and the card this week tells us to stay true in the moment of choice. Stay true in the moment of choice. Now what does that mean? Well, that means that there are going to be times throughout your week that you're going to be given a choice to make a decision between what's important, what's urgent. And are you going to be able to stay true in that moment of choice? On the front of the card, the activities are, or it asks you to do this. Think of a situation in which you find it hard to stay true in the moment of choice. What is it? What is the situation that makes it difficult for you to choose between what's important versus what is urgent? What about this? It says, figure out a tactic that you can use to achieve your Q2 priorities in that moment. So for example, if you find it hard to stay true at a moment of choice when you're making a decision to stay focused on what's important rather than being pulled away by what's urgent, whether that be an email, a knock at the door, a telephone call, or someone showing up at your office, what tactic could you come up with to keep you true in that moment of choice? I know some people use a rubber wristband and they snap it just to kind of remind themselves when they are wanting to make a negative decision or a decision that's not exactly the one that needs to be made at the time. Maybe it is a recall method where you sit down and close your eyes and go, okay, what is important? What are my big rocks, so to speak, that I need to accomplish this week? If you don't know what the big rocks are, watch my video from last week. If you turn it onto the back of the card, the ask yourself question is this: what pulls me away from following through on my big rocks? How do I feel when I give in to the pressures and neglect my true priorities? I know I don't feel very good. I know I spent last week working on what my big rocks are and actually reorganized my entire weekly calendar based on my big rocks. This is my first week attempting to do just that thing, and wouldn't you know it, I had a really early Monday morning meeting today, and I am now here. What time is it? It's about 3:30 in the afternoon, and I'm still working on recording content that should have been posted already. So those big rocks, doing this video is a big rock for me, and I knew that I was going to be tired. It was going to not be the best part of the day, but I would have felt terrible if I'd have skipped it. It goes on to say, our character is revealed when we choose between our Q2 priorities, and Q2 of course is revealing or talking about the Quadrant 2 of the time matrix here on the screen. I'll leave it up on the screen as I continue to read this. Our character is revealed when we choose between our Q2 priorities and the pressures of the moment. We are effective when we align our choices with our mission, roles, and goals. The quote from Stephen Covey this week is this: as you go through your week, the urgent but not important will threaten to overpower the important Quadrant 2 activities that you planned. Use your independent will and maintain your integrity to the truly important. So as you go throughout your week, make sure that you maintain your integrity. Maintain the integrity, just like I teach you at Results for Integrity, to stay true to the moment, to a moment of choice when you choose between what's important versus what is urgent. If you need any help with that, please reach out to me. Connect with me on any of these social media platforms. I'll be happy to help. Thank you for following, and I will see you next week.